Whoops. Oh, whoops. Do, 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 do. Okay. There we go. We are live. Do, 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 do. Oh, wait. No, we're not live. Oh, wait. We might be live. I don't know. Oh, welcome to this day. It's time to say good morning. It's time to look in the eye and say, I'm not snoring. It's time to say there's so much to be happy about. It's time to sing. It's time to shout. Let's make up a song that's in our hearts. Can't help it, gonna rhyme with farts. It's a love morning with you. Love morning with you now. Do, 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 do. It's a love morning. Love morning now. Love morning now. Hi, good morning. I'm feeling very flash dancey right now with this headband, but this hair is slowly getting out of control. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John Halcyon Stinn, and this is a daily practice of gratitude as well as setting some intentions for ourselves for the day. Fair warning, I barely slept last night, and I feel pretty good right now, but there could be a miscommunication between my brain and my lips, as well as a little sluggishness. I'm not gonna oversell this morning, but I do have some incredible things to share and talk about. But if you're here, say hello. Let us know you're here. Share something you're grateful for. Something teeny tiny, maybe. Oh, I'm so grateful that there's some blue sky out. I'm grateful for the pretty cloud. I'm grateful for how soft my shirt is. Oh, and I'm grateful for this coffee. And I'm grateful for this thing that someone said to me yesterday. I will share some of my gratitudes in just a moment. But first I will say, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Bill. I love you. And Cookie, good morning. Good to see you. I loved looking at your logos for your new project. Combocoach.com. I think that's right. You can correct me in comments if that's incorrect. Anthony is grateful that he is at the beach. Thank you for sharing. Man, I'm already warm this morning. Maybe a little beach breeze would be delightful. Gerbot is here, and he's grateful for good friends and tacos. Two great tastes that taste great together. I am grateful for the experience yesterday of sharing my love publicly. You may have heard me alluding a little bit in these love mornings to a new relationship in my life and a travel partner. That was my way of talking about this new person without really giving up the game, because I am in love. I am in love with Lisa. We met 2 months ago. I knew almost immediately that this person was amazing. And to be honest, when I first met her, I did not consider her a romantic possibility. I just thought, she's too amazing. This person is out of my league. And then as I started to get to know her, and we spoke more, and I felt like there was a connection. And this old voice in my head was like, this woman is, you're not worthy of this caliber of woman, this incredibly beautiful, wise, evolved, this incredible human being. And this old voice was saying, you're not worthy. And then like this new voice that I've been working on for the last almost 5 months, of this cultivation of trauma work and all the therapy and the somatic stuff and the breath work and the meditation and all the work I've been doing on myself and the reparenting, like this new voice was like, you are worthy of this woman. And in the right moment, I asked her out. She said yes. That date lasted 2 days, and I told her I loved her before the date was over. Middle of the day, we met at a retreat in our spiritual community, and in the middle of our date, we sat down with the lead minister and had like a couples counseling to talk about our intentions. And I mean, we knew immediately that this was a relationship that we wanted to invest in and that we wanted to do the work to be together. And it has been so effortless and so amazing. And our communication is at a level like I feel like the pace of our conversations are fast, and there's so much humor in it. She just gets everything I say, and we're laughing, and so deep. And I'm constantly being inspired to thoughts that I then am writing down. And so if you have noticed a pep in my step over the last 2 months, it is because I'm in love. And it is a level of relationship that I have never been ready for. I feel like my whole life I've been training for this holy relationship. I feel like our devotion is in service, not just to each other, but to our own growth, to the planet, to God. It is like a dream. Plus, she's so beautiful. Oh, I'm so smitten. So I'm so grateful for Lisa being in my life. I feel like I was led to her, which is a little bit of a longer story. I made it to this retreat where we met by following just intuition. If you remember, I was on a road trip heading north, and instead of going north from Mammoth as my plans initially were, I got a hit to go south and to go to this retreat. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to listen to this gut instinct, this thought that came out in therapy. I'm like, okay, let's follow it. And then I met somebody that I was supposed to meet. So we are in this beautiful state of going from an immediate, this is an important relationship, not knowing, does that mean for a moment? Does that mean for a lifetime? We don't know. And as we're getting to know each other more and more and more, this connection just feels less and less crazy and more divine. So I'm so grateful for this place that I am in my life, where I can be ready for this, and I can be the kind of human and man that can show up for this level of commitment, this level of devotion, this level of reverence for another human and for the relationship itself. And I'm also grateful for the experience yesterday of sharing it. Decided to share share on Facebook this announcement that I'm in love with this person. And it got like over 500 comments yesterday, like 1,500 or more likes. I haven't checked this morning. But so yesterday was this feeling of like our love just being so embraced and supported and celebrated by my community. And just like speaking to the minister at the beginning of our relationship, like our community support is so important to us. We recognize that there's going to be challenges, and we know we want to be leaning on our networks of love as we navigate our futures. So it was just such a cool feeling to just feel this ripples of love and support that amplified this love that I feel that I'm a part of. So feeling very grateful, overwhelmingly grateful. So much more to share about that, but stay tuned for more of the epiphanies and plans and growth that this has already brought forth in me, and that certainly will be a part of my continued growth. If you were here, say hello so that we can say hi back to you and hear what you are grateful for. Good morning, Katie. Katie actually took a picture of us, Lisa and I, in the very first minutes of our first date. We were cuddling at the end of this retreat, and unbeknownst to us, Katie took a photo and then shared it with us. So it's actually a special treat to have this photo of us, in each other's arms at the sitting on the floor in the corner after this ecstatic dance party. Love you, Katie. Christine says, good morning. Grateful for connecting with a lover. Also super happy for your newfound love. Thank you, Christine. Bill is grateful that I finally made a decision to head to Black Rock City. Woohoo! Not quite positive about the financial side, but some campmates convinced me to jump. Now I'm so behind in preparation. Plenty of time. Well, I will see you in the dust, Bill. Good morning, Leslie. Thank you. Good morning, Izzy. Thank you so much. Izzy is grateful for receiving a great business coaching session today, which gave me clarity with my next action steps. Right on. Go, Isabel. I am live on YouTube and Facebook, so if you see me talking to a comment that you didn't see, you are not going crazy. I am bridging worlds right now. Tara, hello. Good morning. Tara says, I'm grateful for being there when you met Lisa. Could you feel the sparks? We were trying very hard to act normally. But there was electricity from the get-go. Maria, good morning. Hello, or good afternoon, or good evening for you. Hello to you in Barcelona. Since she opened my Instagram and could really feel my love and feel the higher vibration of this feeling. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Tara is grateful we got our Burning Man tickets and electric bikes too. Woo! Sweet. Yes, Lisa and I are going to Burning Man. We're camping with Pink Heart and making our plans, and so we will both be at the burn. I have been exploring more of her world, and she's excited to explore more of my world. She has been to Burning Man 4 times before, but I think for both of us, this will be a significant change in our experience at the burn. Very excited about it. Good morning, Faith. Faith says, thankful to be here today. So happy for me and to read about my new love. Thank you, Faith. It is, we wanted to kind of stew in our own little private love bubble for a while, even though I share everything. But there's also something about this love that feels like there is something beautiful about sharing it, And we've had a lot of talks about the, my nature of sharing everything and hers of not having that instinct and desire. You may have noticed that I did not tag her in my Facebook post if you read that. But it was interesting. Had a wonderful awareness or epiphany as I was discussing with Lisa about sharing publicly and her being open to it and excited about it. And she acknowledged that, I am far more comfortable sharing publicly than she is, but she admires that about me and admires the comfort I have in full trust and full surrender with my public truth. And I had this epiphany of like, I believe I'm doing the best I can. I believe that. And I believe that I'm a good person. And so if I share the truth of what I'm feeling, what I'm afraid of, what I'm excited about, if I share my truth as authentically as possible, I'm invincible. I mean, meaning there's no judgment that can hurt me at that point. Because if someone said, you're so fat, I'd be like, I know I'm not fat, so that doesn't land. And if you tell me you suck at this, or you blew. It's like, I don't believe that. I think I'm doing the best I can. Now, there are some things, like if someone calls me a fraud, there's a part of me that believes that and knows that, so that can sting. But for the most part, I live in a fearless place because I am at peace with who I am. And I think that that is the crux of my art being my public living, this lifestyle artist that I have been actively doing for 25 years. And that is this, that if you lead a good life, if you are the best person that you can be, you are free. I'm doing it publicly to try to display that, to show that. Look, I got nothing to hide, and from that place, I'm at peace. I'm in integrity, and there's such a freedom in that. Now, you don't have to do it publicly, but I think that my art is trying to show that, so that's the message. Stop trying to pretend. Stop trying to influence. Stop trying to control the world, or the universe, to get what you think you want and be who you're supposed to be. Be you as best you can, continually growing as best you can with what you got. And that peace is freedom. And so from that place is the decision to share anything or everything, including my new love. Tara saying, yes, I did feel the spark between you two during our share circle. I was also walking by and heard you ask her out and her accept. I'm so happy for you both. You two are such incredible humans. You know, that's so cool that you heard that, because that was such a huge moment for me. I was asking her about a chapter in her life where she had been single and gone through a growth period of celibacy, and then said, and she kind of opened the door and said that now she was at a time in her life where she was open to exploring and dating. And that's when my voice said, you're not worthy of this woman. And then the other voice inside me, in that very moment, the split second, said, you are worthy. And I said, would you go out with me? And she immediately said, yes. And I was like, and I was so excited. And luckily she took me by the hand later at the dance party, because this was an event that, she had responsibilities there. And so I didn't want to get in her way. So when she took my hand at the end of the dance party, that she kind of invited me to start our date, which continued through the end of the retreat, through the meeting with the minister. She came home with me after the retreat and stayed with me until she had to travel and hit the road. And she works touring. So at this point, we don't see each other constantly. When she's in town, she stays with me. And then, I have 2 trips planned to Northern California in the next month, as well as we had a road trip recently. One of the road trips was what I went on was when I met her. The next road trip was when I was touring with her as she was meeting with clients throughout California. Gerbot says, yay for living fearlessly. Yes. And while I totally agree with the sentiment, it also sparks in me an epiphany or a lesson or a download of wisdom that was super influential to me in the last 4.5 months of my growth process, which is someone told me it's impossible to live fearlessly. We have fear, but you can live courageously, which means you acknowledge that you have your fears and insecurities and anxieties, and then you act courageously and bravely despite your fears. And that was liberating to me, because I felt like I was failing when I would do all this work and then I would still get anxious. I would still feel fear. I would still have a doubt or criticism or something like that. And then I heard this idea that you can't be free of fear, but you can face fears and live courageously. And that was a huge game changer for me. And acknowledging that sometimes I am living courageously and sometimes it is much more difficult and I am in a weaker state. I have stickers that I made that says, I am a massive fuck up and I am a divine being. Bill, we are at, Pink Heart is at 9 o'clock and E. Eric says, it's so crazy when I do catch you on here. You always reaffirm what I need to hear. Thanks again. Awesome, Eric. You know, if like the last 2 months have been so wild with synchronicities and beauty, and that I'm in a place where I am not questioning when just like somebody calls me that I was just thinking about, or I hear something, oh my gosh, I need to hear that. Like, boom, 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 boom. It's like this, like a script that's just poetic, that I'm just playing my part in this poetry. So it does not surprise me that you're hearing what you need to hear today. Good morning, Amy. Amy says, finding a kindred, exciting friend that moves towards love of another human is absolutely one of the most connected things we offer of ourselves. That's beautiful. Amy saying, it's good to know magic still exists in the world. I keep saying to myself, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. It's like, I feel like I'm living in magic land. And I recognize that the life is not a state of win, 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 yay, 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 yay. There will be struggles. You know, Lisa and I have frequent conversations about what, you know, things that will help us in the future when we get triggered. We actually had not only the initial session with the minister, we also met with a couples therapist to try to learn some tactics and techniques of problem solving before we get into trouble. Kind of like, you know, going to a trainer to learn routines so you don't hurt yourself as you take on a workout regimen. Yeah. Living courageously, even better. Yes, Scarebot. Penny! Let's have some gratitude for courage. Yes. And isn't that, you know, I love the reminder that, you know, bravery is not a trait. Bravery is acting in spite of fear. And we all have the ability to be brave. You don't have, I mean, if you say, I'm not brave because I have fears. No, that means you have an opportunity to be brave. You can make that phone call and boom, you're brave. You can wear that outfit that you're scared that people are going to judge you for. Boom, there you go. Courageous. That's part of a love warrior, a love ambassador, is where you are right now. You have the ability to take a step forward towards connection, towards your authenticity every day, and that is courageous. Good morning, Brandon. Brandon is going to help me with a construction project today. Very excited for that. Brandon saying, fear is just an opportunity to be brave. Love it. That's a way better phrase than the way I said it. So I'm going to steal that, and I'm going to say it was mine, okay? Fear is just an opportunity to be brave. Quote, John Halcyon Stin. Ghost written by Brandon Cohen. Good morning, Brandy. And thank you, everyone who is here for this morning. We're going to do a hug in just a moment. Oh, wow, it's already been 30 minutes. I clearly have lots to be grateful for. If you are here with me today, live or watching this recording, I would love to hear a little bit that you're grateful for? What is something that you're grateful for in your world? Is there something that happened yesterday, someone that you spoke to? And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I fell in love and the heavens are opening. You can just say, oh my gosh, I'm grateful for my coffee maker. I'm grateful for this new creamer I got. I got this new like Starbucks sugar-free creamer. It's so good. It's not sugar-free. It's no sugar added. But still, like, okay, confession. When people talk about how good coffee is at this place or that, I'm like, I don't really care because I put so much cream and sugar. It doesn't need to be good coffee for me. So when I make coffee at home, I use flavored creamer, and I try to use sugar-free because I have so much sugar in other places. I'm trying to reduce my sugar. So I'm grateful for my Starbucks no sugar added creamer. What about you? What are you grateful for in this moment? I'm grateful that I think I'm pulling off this flash dance look. I'm a maniac on the floor. Is that flash dance? I think so. Steel Town girl on a Saturday night. Splash! Amy says, ooh, grateful for the weekend with women at the Oregon Country Fair. Wandered down plant medicines adventures and laughed and danced. Oh man, I had a number of people I know, including Betsy, my co-host for Stay Sparked, was at OCF, and I heard people just sharing raving reviews, best ever, so much fun. So even though when I went, it was so hot, I loved it, but I was just like, it felt, I'm so fragile when it comes to temperature. But thank you for sharing your gratitude, Amy. Brandy says, I am grateful for having a therapist that I actually love working with. Beautiful. Gerbot says, I'm grateful for air conditioning. Yes, especially as the heat creeps up on us this week. Have you seen that meme that's going around? That the 7 hottest days in the history of recorded something were in this month? It's not in your head. Hello, Headfirst. Happy to see me in love. Thank you. I am pretty happy too. And actually, I'm happy to have this experience sharing with you right now because I actually woke up in a little bit of a not so good mood. I mean, my partner left on tour yesterday, and I won't see her for a week. I'm going to fly up to Big Sur in a week. And and I kind of lost my footing a little bit, you know. We've been so intertwined. Maybe even I got to kind of check in and make sure I don't fall into codependency because as she left, I was like, I ended up spending a little bit too much time scrolling. That being said, I was scrolling through the 500 plus messages and of comments about us. So that was part of the reason I was spent so much time online yesterday. But then I ate really late. I ate a pint of ice cream really late, and I didn't sleep much. And so I woke up feeling like, I'm not doing the best. I'm not being my best version of myself. But now I feel great, and I attribute it to you and this connection and this reminder of our ability to be love ambassadors in the world. So even if you don't want to share any gratitude, I do urge you to remember that you are a love ambassador. And as you go through the world today, you have the ability to kind of set your sails. Who do you want to be? So as the opportunity comes, as the email comes in, as the request comes to you, you can, who am I going to be when I'm asked to do or say or be something today? I like to think of myself in the morning and say, I'm going to look for opportunities to connect. I'm going to look for ways that I can be helpful. I'm going to try to be kind. I'm going to work on being present with the people I'm around. And I'm going to look for things to be grateful for. And discern if I'm having thoughts or words, am I being authentic or am I falling into a pattern? And if I follow those things, then I can end my day tonight, no matter what I do, if I do it from that place, I will feel good. It will be a good day, and I will be a love ambassador. And you are deputized, and I encourage you to do the same. And if those traits are not what your goals are for today, if you have got a big meeting with someone, you go, today I'm going to be courageous. Today I'm going to be bold and stand up for myself. Okay, let's think about it now, so that when the moment comes, you already know how you're going to react. Eric's saying it's been a really bad couple of weeks, super downer, but I'm grateful for those days and the attempts that failed, because I know I've gained so much from it and the continued efforts I will put in. Well done and said. I will say that 4.5 months ago, I was in a very bad place, a very dark place. And that's what sent me on this path of growth, and removing alcohol and other intoxicants from my life. And 4.5 months ago, I was hurting. And to know that only 4.5 months later, I'm as happy as I've ever been. And I needed to have that pain to get where I am now. I got to keep remembering that, because there will be pain in the future. And if we can hold on to that truth, that the struggles are necessary. You got to have storms. You got to have storms to knock you around, to build the root structure, to become the person that you can be. Oh, Gerbot saying that the hottest temps in human history were not just this month, but this last week. Penny says, I am grateful for you and this group, because I too have had a bad morning, but now I'm smiling. Thank you. Yeah! Isn't that so cool? Like, I caution you ever to say I'm having a bad day. Say, I've been having a bad day so far. Because you can. Something can happen. Whoa. There, look at all this ice cream. Look at all this cone. I was so focused on the crap. Well, look at this. There's an infinite amount of stuff in the world. If I am not noticing all that's good, it's because I'm focused on what is bad, which you should do every once in a while. But if it's bringing you down, then you got to go, wait a minute. What else is there besides these bills and this aches and pains and this person that's got beef with me? There is also this gorgeous day, that sunset last night, this laughing kid right here. Oh my gosh, life is awesome. There's people in love. So thank you for sharing your gratitude and your joy. I find this practice of communal gratitude sharing to be incredibly powerful. And if you'd like to join me more often, I also lead gratitude circles in Zoom every day at noon and 6 p.m. Pacific time. You can go to zoom.hugnation.com and get the links and more info. zoom.hugnation.com. Or you can go to johnston.com, JOHNSTYN. That's me. And have links to all my stuff, including my t-shirt store and my TEDx talk and my Burning Man short film and my podcasts. A free sticker offer. You want a free sticker? You want a sticker that says be present, have integrity, align with love? I got one for you right over here. There's instructions on how to get it mailed to you at johnston.com. What, you want me to... How about this? I'm also at 9 o'clock in E at Burning Man, so we can also share a hug. And I'll give you a sticker there as well. If the postage is... if sending me a stamp is too much, I can deliver it in person if you see me at Pink Heart. Miranda! Good morning! Oh, I love you. My thought pops up of, I was so touched by your reaction when I said I was going to Burning Man this year. So I cannot wait to hug you. So wherever you are in this moment, I urge you to give yourself a hug and imagine that you are being held by my arms, the arms that is everyone here that's listening and hearing this vibration, recognizing that we're all doing the best we can with what we got. We're all humaning. We're all trying to protect our loved ones and be safe and loved and find purpose and work through our shit. So let's forgive ourselves when we lose track of that, and let's forgive others when they do things that seem out of what they should be doing, and know that we're all doing the best we can. So let's feel ourselves being embraced by one another, sinking into that feeling of oneness as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful ambassadors of love, thank you for being here for this love morning and being a part of Hug Nation. I am John Halcyon Stinn. You can see more of me at johnstinn.com, JOHNSTYN. I'm here every day at 9 a.m. and then at Zoom at noon and 6. And you can also see tons of topics about Burning Man and growth and all the things at my YouTube channel, which is Hug Nation. And you were just deputized as a Hug Nation ambassador, non-consensually, I agree, but you'll thank me later. I love you. Have a beautiful day.